All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Let's go, come on. Let's go, come on.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
Let's go. Hey, 88.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Let's go, come on.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now, that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game. The way that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
20,
Brady now on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's going to be a little too much time with me. Okay, I side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. They run with a rookie. This is Sony Michel. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Here's Brady. Flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
319.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, here's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught outright by Graham. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On play action, Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Wait, 20.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, Michelle. And we'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 14 yards there on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Rodgers now to throw on second down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Brady now on 1st down. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Back to Foxborough after this. On 1st down, Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's brought down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Let's go, let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go, come on. Hey, 626, 319, 319.
To throw on second down, Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
319! 319! We are going.
Now Rodgers. And able to find Graham. Complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 319 to 9.
Now Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Rodgers looking to throw on second down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby on now to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now it's Patterson. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Go.
Now Brady throwing on second down. And a dump off to White. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. Looking to throw on second down. Brady over the middle. Dorsett. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 14-10. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Rivers in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far.
Let's go, hey, let's go. Come on.
It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Rodgers to throw on second down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
We are going. Right.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And that's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
158! That's fine, yeah.
On second down, Montgomery. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Here we go. 58.
Rodgers now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Rodgers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on second down, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. This is White on the screen. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Reset. Hey, easy.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
319. Here we go. 58.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Packers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
18.
Oh, and now and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, here's Brady. And he whips that one incomplete there. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And it's third down. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge. This is scoring more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. A good pickup there at 22. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go!
Looking to throw on second down. Brady to Michel on the dump off. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Brady going to try and throw on third down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. To throw on second down. Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw to the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, you got 29. Alpha. Look out.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Jordan Liggett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. And down to just 21 seconds now as he spikes it to stop the clock. The Packers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
58.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Let's go, come on. Hey, take 26.
To throw is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And some space here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Back to throw, Rodgers. He's going to let it fly, and he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, take 26. 18.
One final try now for Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Rodgers has done it before, but he won't get the connection here, and the ball game is over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Patriots, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, I had to give them my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line abusing this deer. I hate to do with no plans. Now I usually get near. Oh, I ex her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your missus Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in it like I got the swag. What kind of swagger? I'm the blackest panther. What kind of? Y'all are wasting your time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get in all different ways. That New Orleans parades. Yeah, we like, none of my people are patient. We live like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all with it and y'all talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mixing all the bots and mixed with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need to pad the walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you're asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city, I'ma be the man of my country. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. New Orleans parades, yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
Money bag. money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Heavy lay, waist snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Babe, back on Monday, throw rock Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a. Them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. Why you was sleeping on me? I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go, your man, with my name in your mouth. I do the Maybach on Monday, throw rock Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just for plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a. Them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways.
Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Mama watching television, telling me avoid the system. Hoping I ain't lose religion, texting prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, mostly yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body, say the man got me on. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? All in my system, then the one I'm kissing. One might extensions, that'll look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud. Hit me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to school me but I've been a genius. Patty looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now?
Hey. Okay. Pocket through big day sumo. Pulling hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to Kudo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Pull hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to Kudo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you Curry get the flame calling Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. Hold up. I just want the knowledge and the power. Hold up. Why the looking at me sour? Eat it like chowder. Rada. Never gave a about $1. More money, me, more problems. Pray for me to fall like autumn. Cause I got it on my own with no help, man. Gotta get it, that's it, in myself, man. They need a new hope, deal of a new, giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be E.T.? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket through big Rakishi. Pocket through big day sumo. Pulling hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to Kudo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Pull hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to Kudo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Money doubles up like a duo. I just want the yen and the euro. The game up and leave my kids like judo. Money come around like a Hoover. Making free bands in the future. Pockets on the look super. Bills on me blue slot Cooper. Money on my mind just like a tumor. Spread my money out and then I call that a rumor. Curry the is on the move, no Uber. People try to block it, shine like lunar. Eclipse when I take all my chips. When I pop off the like hummus C-dip. Echo back with the flip. Money flow like a battleship. Diddy the new hope. Deliver new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be E.T.? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakishi. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to Kudo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to Kudo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo.
I seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life in the cansto. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say. They be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape. Up and down the interstate. Yeah, we really touch. We touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty box in the car means they coming for all. I had six phones, I got rid of them all. We get hit and sit down, we don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young and I'm living.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the Black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots with my connect for my protection. Face to face, I place my like a drive-through. Feeling, you know how I do. Push.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
Too many handle business on my own, cause you ain't right, and that's I don't condone. I got homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business on the phone. But Scotty, boy, we 200 bands off them $20 flips. I'm going by myself when it's time to up. That way police don't have a clue when turn up. I'm dolo when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when them prayed I didn't lose. Machine.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phones.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. Company in the ski mask in case you come for me. Got in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't wanna eat. If you said he want, they don't want no steam. She put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling. Fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this flop. Where you at? Pin the flop on the app.
Any money in company, nah, bad. I don't need no the company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here.